Hi, my name is Wahid Lutfi. On this session, I'm going to demonstrate Windows operating system with the Python programming language. And in particular, I'm going to demo a program that I wrote for text2audio.python. Basically, if I do a more on text2audio.py, you can see that I'm using the Google text-to-speech library, which has the gTTS, and G in lowercase and TTS in uppercase. That's the class that this library provides, gTTS, Google text-to-speech recognition. So when you use this class, you're having some methods of creating files in MP3 files that you can either run it on Windows operating system or Linux operating system or Mac operating system using a different media player. For Windows, if it is MP3 extension, automatically use the start command and you just do it. So let's just demonstrate a few things here first before we jump in on a Linux machine. Yesterday, I demoed two of the files that I did, and I'm going to do one more today, so we can see that this program is like almost like a template. You can use it in any platform you like to do it for Windows or Linux, providing you make sure that you have the component that you have. So in this case, if I go more on text2audio.py, first thing I need to make sure is this gTTS, which is not part of the standard Python library that is installed on this Windows operating system. So on the Windows operating system, as you can see, I'm on a C prompt demo directory. I'm going to do this command pep3 or pep, and just by itself, you can do either pep or pep3, and doesn't matter. And then list would be this, and then find a string. And then in this case, I'm going to look for the gTTS in uppercase. So since I did not do a find string slash I for ignoring the case, I had to type in gTTS, similar to the way the name of the library is. So I could also do a pep3 show and then gTTS. That would also give me the information about that package information. And if I do it in lowercase, that would also work. So this is the details of that package. And then if it's not installed, you need to install. How do I know it is installed? This says here on the installation. If it is not finding it, it will do it. Another way you could do is just go to Python 3 and just say from gTTS, import gTTS. And then that would just do this gTTS Google text-to-speech module, and all the modules are there. And if you need just to see the specific information about that one, obviously you can do help on inside the Python interpreter. You will read everything about that gTTS modules, all the function calls, all the parameter passing and everything, and that Google does. So exiting out of this, again, notice that I said that this is provided by Google. When you do this show, you could see it's stand for Google text-to-speech recognition. So it is a very nice tool, library that is available in Python, but you need to understand the API calls and everything through it. And this is part of this program that I wrote, text2audio.py, that does the rest of them. For example, it imports operating system and imports sys in addition to gTTS module. And then if the number of length of argument is less than, for example, if I just run this script, say Python text2audio, and don't provide any argument, it's gonna just run this sys.arg, and it says, okay, you did not provide me, it runs this command. But if I just gave the name of the file w2.txt, for example, which we already have the file called wdo.txt as input file, and it is going to just create the MP3 file for it, and it's going to run it, and it is going to play it.
Welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. Please subscribe for more videos like this. youtube.com/@MyWebUniversity.
So this information is basically generated by this program on the left side. And then this is the content of the input file. Welcome to MyWebUniversity free education videos. Please subscribe for more videos like this, youtube.com/this. Since this one is run, I can always click on the run.
Welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. Please subscribe for more videos like this. youtube.com/@MyWebUniversity.
So here, as you can see, the my MP3 file, I'm putting the option as slow is equal true, so it reads it a little bit slowly. If you just change the slow is equal false, most likely you will just read the last line. It will read the last line very fast, and you will not see the TY MyWebUniversity. You will not hear that. So let's just run the same script using a command line, since we already have a file called store.mp3, which is w2.text.mp3. It got created. If it didn't existed, it will create it. So like if I just do a delete w2.text.mp3, and then I run the same command here with this time it's going to create it, and then it's going to open the file, and it is going to read the content of that, which is right here.
Welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. Please subscribe for more videos like this. youtube.com/@MyWebUniversity.
So you can see that it is creating the file, and it is running it. So yesterday I showed, because it was 2 years from, and now on November 25th, God bless, Diego Maradona passed away. And then I just wrote this nice text about him to commemorate his life. And then he passed away on November 25th of 2020. God bless him. He is in paradise, but you know, he is the greatest soccer star, and the legend that will live forever in our heart. So let's just go run that one against this program. So all I have to do is, instead of W2, I'm going to delete the MP3 file, so it gets created, that file. I'm going to say del and then maradona.text.mp3. So that MP3 file is deleted now. And instead of w2.text, this time I'm going to give argument of maradona.text. And since that file exists, the content of that file is this. It's going to open up the MP3 file, which it just did, and it's going to read it.
2 years ago, on November 25th, 2020, Diego Armando Maradona, the greatest soccer star of all time, passed away. His talent, skills, and passion for the beautiful game of football was unmatched. If you ever watched Maradona warm up before the game, or watched him during the World Cup of 1986, then most likely you would have fallen in love with the beautiful game of soccer yourself. Millions of people around the world did, even though he is greatly missed among all those who loved his style of play. His great memories will survive within all of us for as long as we live and talk about soccer. Legends. May God bless you, Diego Maradona. Rest in
peace. So basically, today was a very great match on World Cup. I hope you're watching it. And Argentina won 2-0 against Mexico team. And Argentina had to win in order to just go to the next one. If they were losing this game, they would be out for the World Cup. But since they won, they have a very good chance that they could play against Poland. And if they win against Poland, they're definitely going to the round of 16. And Messi scored a very beautiful goal. The second goal was also a very beautiful goal. So that is for the part about soccer. Let's just create a file here. Now we're going to demo more of Python script here. Let's say I just write this file, say directory and the help.txt, and then more of a help.txt. So notice the help.txt has this information, which is not actually help, it is directory of the files. So let me just call that one, run the help command and then do help.txt here. So now help.txt is the help of Windows operating system. I don't want to read the entire thing. It's going to take longer. So I'm going to open it with Notepad and then help.txt. And then I'm going to just make sure that I read up to this line, like that's good enough. So I delete everything after the break. So we can give the program a break. We could demo some more. So let's say we save it here and then we save and then exit. So the changes is done. Now, if I say type help.txt, I could have just done like a filtration and go get those ones, but it is easier to just do it inside Notepad. So now we did this one. I'm going to run the same program against this help.txt. So instead of Maradona.txt or w2.txt, I'm going to type in help.txt. So it's going to just create an MP3 file for help.txt.mp3. And it just did.
For more information on a specific command, type help command name ASSOC displays or modifies file extension associations. Attrib displays or changes file attributes. Break sets or clears extended Control+C check.
So you can see the idea of this program is really, really huge. I'm going to do a lot more with this program later on. And then I'm going to do a lot more with man pages and Unix commands and Python scripting and so on. And even you could do it with dictionary teaching English or something. So I'm going to give you the idea. If you are developers, go ahead, do these things. It's going to be very good for you. Let's just go back to the scenario of doing this one. We already did this one. Let's just pause for a second. I'm going to just run these commands, and this is a Windows. I want to do this one on a Unix or Linux machine here. So I'm going to change the terminal here. Changing the terminal here. Let me just make this screen bigger. This time, notice that some of the files I have already transferred, the demo.txt. So the recent changes that I just did is not there, except the video VEM for VI improved text to audio.py. I'm gonna just modify this file. Let me just make sure that clearing the screen here, ls-l. So I'm running the ls-l to list the files. Then I'm gonna do vim, and then I'm going to say text to audio.py. This file, I'm going to go to the VI improve. Because I had said already the line numbers, you can see there are 29 lines. And since I had transferred the file before the changes, I'm going to change this one also to true, just so it is the same as my Windows operating system, and it reads it slowly. But notice that this one, if you look at the same file, I have a number of things here. So gTTS has to be installed on this Linux machine. And then in addition, this MPG3 123, the binary has to be there, because this is the os.name is going to show POSIX. Therefore, it's not going to be NT, which is Windows, that you could run a start command against the MP3 file. So I'm going to make sure that I have this binary installed, and I have this gTTS Python modules installed. And in order to do that one, let's do some checking first. I'm going to quit out of here. So first, I'm going to say pep list, and then pep list will just give me a list of all the packages that are there. So if I say pep list and then say grep minus I, and then say gTTS. Grep is global regular expression print. And since it did not find that package, if I say pep show gTTS, this is not installed yet. As you can see, it's not found. So if I say pep search gTTS, it's gonna show me that those packages are there. I need to just go in the repository and install it. So clearing the screen, say pep show gTTS. It is not there yet, so I'm going to say pep install gTTS. And since I'm already root, it's not gonna prompt me for a password, and it says successfully installed this. But some of the packages maybe is met, some of them don't. We will look into those ones in details here. So now I say pep show gTTS, and this time I'm getting the packages Google text to search is installed. So if I do a pep list gTTS, then it's going to say that okay, yeah, this is there, but I need to do another find or grep here minus I and then gTTS. So you can see that gTTS 2.3.0 is installed. Now we're good with that one. Another way I could do is, remember inside this program, I wrote, say, more on the text2audio.py. I wrote that gTTS and also os.name. So let me just jump into Python 3. And when you go to Python 3.8.10 here, I could say import OS. So os.name is going to say POSIX. As you can see, it's a POSIX. But then MPG123 might not be installed. But before I just checked on the MPG123, let's check to see gTTS is going to load here correctly. From gTTS, import gTTS, Google text-to-speech. So now it loaded correctly. If I do a dir here, you can see that gTTS is right here. And if I do a dir on gTTS, you can see that it's the entire thing is there. Again, if you can do a help on gTTS package, you can get all the list of available modules and functions and attributes and arguments and everything, string and so on. So one of the methods that we are using in the program is, for example, save. Like somewhere here, we can save it to MP3 file for the read part. I believe it's right here. So let's just go back here. We know that this binary might not be installed, even though it is there. So inside Python, I could say, since I loaded in system, I could say os.system, and then I could say cat minus n etc os-release. This one, it shows me what operating system version I'm running. So I'm inside Python and I can run this command and just get it. Similarly, I could do a uname minus a to get all the information about the Linux version, the operating system, the build, the built version, the machine type, the architecture, and so on. So let's just at this time do one thing. we found out that this gTTS is good, and we found out, but we don't know if this binary is there. So if I say which, the name of the binary was a PG, MPG123, MPG123. So this one is not installed. That's why this one did not define. So if I clear and say which MPG123, it is not there. So inside my script, grep -i MPG 123 for text2audio.py, it shows that I'm using that one. But when I do like, for example, I say which, for example, let's say a program that's already installed, you can do a lot of the files such as, let's say, cat command. So you can see that one, such as ls command, such as df command. So a lot of those ones, when you do which on them, it will show checksum command. So now we are going to do which on MPG123, and it is not there. So in order to know that one, there's a command, since this one is Ubuntu, etc os-release. This one shows that Ubuntu version 20.04 long-term support. I need to use the apt search MPG123. That's gonna search on the app repository, and it's gonna say, well, I need to install the MPG123, this one. You see MPEG layer. So it is there in the app repository. All I have to do is say, clear the screen and say, and instead of search, this time I could do, like, for example, info, to see if that one is installed or not, get the detail of that package. So instead of info, I could do search, show, and so on, but I'm gonna do install, to install that MPG 123. Then it says, okay, we have found it, do you want to install it? I say, yeah, go ahead and install it. Obviously, if I was running the Python program to run that information before creating these files, and then loading the library of Google text-to-speech or MPG123 binary, then the program would have failed. Now, clearing the screen, I say which MPG123, it is finding that one. So file of user Ben MPG123, it is going to say that this symbolic link to this one, and that one is the actual binary, maybe. And then, yes, it is the actual binary. Actually, that one is another link. This -L means symbolic link, and this is the pointer to this. Let's see if this one is the actual binary 123 on the bin directory. So that one is there. So what I need to do is, when you do this user bin MPG3, I need to make sure my code is going to find the MPG3 under user bin. Then the rest of this symbolic link will find this binary, and that binary is this size, and then it was written on November 17, 2020, that is there. Earlier, I did a checksum, and so when you do a checksum, each of these binary returns a checksum and hashing code, and this hash code has to be unique. So if the program was compromised, this hash code would have been different. But you can check it against the vendor hash code, and then you know that, yeah, this is the one that I want. So at this time, let's just do one more thing. Let me slow down a little bit. I'm going to just look at the directory here, and then the user bin, this path, I want to just put this path in my script. So if I run my script right now against w2.text, for example, let me remove star.mp3. So we don't have any mp3 here. All we have is a w2.text, which is very standard and there. And notice that vim w2.text, if I just open that one and inside a VI improved, because that one was done on Notepad, I want to make sure that I don't have any control characters that will mess up my program. So you can see that all I do when I say set list, all I see is $. That means end of line terminator. So that is okay. And then if I just quit out of this one and then cat minus EA w2.text, I will see that $, and then this is control M characters. They should have been just removed in there. So on this one it shows there. Let me just see another octal dump of w2.text, and then octal dump, and then if I just do it with -C for character, you could see that everywhere there's a new line character, and instead of just /n, /r is there, because that is control M. On Windows, it's control characters, or the return is two of these codes. Carriage return plus new line character. On Unix or Linux, it's only new line characters. So I'm going to get rid of these control characters here. I'm going to do vim and w2.text. And then even though the M's are not showing, let's say set list, and then the new lines are not showing up here, I'm going to save it this time, and then do a cat minus n. Otherwise, I could have done substitution with set. But let's see if the files are now still having that, and then minus character minus cat minus EA, and that is showing control M characters there. Let me run the script against it to see what we get out of it. So this is the program. We're going to say which Python 3. So Python 3 is there. I'm going to say Python 3, and then text2audio.py in w2.text. Let's see if it creates it and it does it or not. Playing MPEG 1, 2, 3, and this one, and then failed to open port audio default device unavailable, failed to open device. So it is this one is not trying to understand some of them because of the device. This is a server rather than a workstation or a desktop. So some of the library might not be there as we're expecting it. High performance MPEG there. And then what I need to do is first make sure that the file MP3 got created, which it did. And then if I just run this file w2.text.mp3 with which mpg123, I'm going to say user ben mpg123, and then w2.text.mp3. Okay, so that is getting exactly the same thing. So it wasn't on the path issue. It is some of these other extra stuff that I need to make sure that device driver and everything that is complaining here on these lines on conf.c, some C libraries and other ones are in place. But this is a lot more than what I taught on this one. I'll look into this one for detail. For now, let's just see if we can just download this file on Windows to see if we can run it on Windows with the start command, if it understands the conversion, or the conversion is a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is go to my Windows directory, and then directory here, I'm going to just say move w2.text.mp3 to w2.text.mp.windows.mp3. So I renamed that one to for a Windows, and I'm going to do a copy from my web server, MyWebUniversity.com / let me see the path where I have that one. I think I have it here, but I will check it programs, Python, and then a demo, and then the name was w2.text.mp3. So I'm gonna, when you do a dot here, you're gonna just copy it as the same name. So let's see, I put 4 W's, and then this is 3 W's, World Wide Web. That's why that take forever to just prompt me. So now you're learning how to do is copy. Secure copy is basically as a command that you can use a username at hostname, and then path name, and then copy the file. Now I have the file here. Let me clear the screen. Clear the screen directory. And then right here, I have these two files. Notice the size is almost exactly the same between the Linux. So I'm going to say w2.text.mp3. And then let's just type that one first. Type w2.text, and this was the content of it. And we're going to just say start w2.text.mp3. And if it runs like Windows.
Welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. Please subscribe for more videos like this. youtube.com/@MyWebUniversity.
Perfect. That is good. So we proved that, yes, everything worked on our program. That device driver for MP3 player has to be fixed on the server side, which is on the Linux side. And that would be the next step that I will take. But that's going to take a little bit because I have to work with the company that I am running my web server on the cloud to make sure that the right drivers are installed. And if it is not installed, I have to do it myself. Maybe I'll work on that one. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe at our channel and learn as much as you can for free. My purpose is to teach everybody to learn, to get to help themselves for school, for jobs, finding jobs and everything. And if I accomplish even 5% to billions of people, or even 1%, then I have helped millions of people. God bless you all. Take care and have fun. Bye.